Hi guys, my name is John Nicolas and this is my step-by-step procedure of how to disassemble and assemble a computer system unit. Step 1 of disassembling the computer system unit. Remove the side panel. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove screws from the back of the case. Slide or lift the side panel of the case to expose the internal components. Step 2. Disconnect all cables. Disconnect power cables, data cables, and any peripheral cables, USB, audio, etc. Carefully note where each cable connects, taking pictures if needed. Step 3. Remove the power supply or the PSU. Locate the power supply unit at the top or bottom of the case. Unscrew the screws holding the PSU in place and carefully slide it out of the case. Disconnect all power cables from the motherboard and other components. Step 4. Remove the hard drive and SSD. Locate the hard drive and or solid state drive. Unscrew the drive from its mount or cage. Disconnect the data and power cables. Step 5. Remove the optical drive if applicable. If your system has an optical drive or CD, DVD, Blu-ray, unscrew it from the case. Step 6. Remove expansion card. Identify and remove any expansion cards such as the graphics card, sound card, network card. Unscrew the bracket from the case and gently pull the card out of its PCI slot. Step 7. Remove the CPU cooler. Disconnect the CPU cooler fan from the motherboard head. Unscrew or unclip the cooler from the CPU socket. If the cooler is stuck due to old thermal paste, gently wiggle it free. Clean the old thermal paste of the CPU and cooler with a lint-free cloth and isopropyl alcohol. Step 8. Remove the RAM. Unlock the RAM stick by pressing down on the clips at both ends of the RAM slot. Step 9. Remove the motherboard. Unscrew any screw holding the motherboard to the case. Disconnect any remaining cables, front panel, USB, etc. Carefully lift the motherboard from the case, ensuring that no cables are caught. Step 1 of assembling the computer system unit. Step 1. Install the power supply. Position the power supply into its designated place in the case, top or bottom. Screw the PSU in place, ensuring that the fan is positioned correctly downward for bottom-mounted, upward for top-mounted cases. Connect the necessary cables from the PSU to the motherboard, drives, and expansion cards. Step 2. Install the CPU. Place the CPU into its socket on the motherboard, ensuring the orientation matches the socket. Lock the CPU into place by lowering the retention aim. Step 3. Install the CPU cooler. Place the CPU cooler over the CPU, ensuring it aligns with the retention clips or mounting holes. Secure the cooler in place by tightening the screws or locking the clips. Connect the CPU cooler fan cable to the CPU fan header on the motherboard. Step 4. Install the RAM. Insert the RAM stick into the designated slots on the motherboard. Press down firmly on each stick until it clicks in. Step 5. Install the motherboard. Carefully lower the motherboard into the case, aligning it with the 1-0 shield at the back. Secure the motherboard with screws into the standoff inside the case. Reconnect any cables, front panel connectors, USB, audio, etc. to the motherboard. Step 6. Install the hard drive and SSD. Slide the hard drive or SSD into its mounting bay or cage. Secure the drive with screws. Reconnect the data and power cables. Step 7. Install the optical drive if applicable. Slide the optical drive into the front bay of the case. Secure it with screws and reconnect the power and data cables. Step 8. Install the expansion cards. Insert the expansion cards into their respective PCI slots on the motherboard. Secure the cards with screws to the case. Reconnect any power or data cables to the cards. Step 9. Connect all cables. Reconnect all power, data, and peripheral cables. Ensure that the cables are securely connected and properly routed for airflow and aesthetics. Use cable ties to manage and organize cables if needed. This is the final step. Step 10. Close the case. Place the side panel back on the case and secure it with screws. Ensure all external ports are accessible.